Alrighty, welcome in. We are now going to be reviewing all of Sunday's action from the National Hockey League. There were a total of 9 games on tap, so let's dive right into it as we had an original six matchup between the Montreal Canadiens and they were playing against the New York Rangers. Hello. So, in the first period, Cole Caulfield would kick things off, getting his 24th goal of the season, assisted by Savard and Matheson, and that goal happened with just 30 seconds to go on the clock. So the Habs had a 1-0 lead heading into the second period. Whoop, whoop.
Yay.
In the second period, Zibanejad would tie the game up, getting a power play goal with 7.5 minutes to go on the clock. Versus Zibanejad, that would be his 25th goal of the year from Panarin and Adam Fox. So we were all tied up at 1 heading into the third period. In the third, Chris Kreider would get his 38th goal of the season, giving the Rangers a 2-1 lead, assisted by Panarin and Zibanejad. 4 minutes into the third period, a power play goal as well. Panarin would increase the lead to 3-1, getting his 46th of the season. I would love to see this guy get 50. I mean, he's only got a few games left, but I could see it happening. Assisted by Lafreniere and Schneider, 6 minutes and 9 seconds of that second frame. Alex Newhook would cut the deficit to 3-2 with 7 minutes and 47 seconds to go on the clock. For Newhook, that's his 13th goal of the year, assisted by Matheson. Zibanejad would strike again, getting his second goal of the game with 3 minutes and 4 seconds to go on the clock. For Zibanejad, that would be his 26th goal of the year, assisted by Vesey. And then Lafreniere would increase the lead to 5-2 with 1 minute and 15 seconds to go on the clock. For Lafreniere, that would be his 27th goal of the year from Panarin and Keandre Miller. So 5-2 would be the final score in favor of the Rangers. What's the record? 53, 21, and 4. They have 110 points, and they're still sitting first in the Metropolitan Division. And despite and after the loss, Montreal is now 29, 36, and 12. They have 70 points on the season with 5 games to go. They have been mathematically eliminated from the postseason. Well, I think they were mathematically eliminated yesterday, but either way. No, don't want to watch highlights. Just want to look at scores. Okay, the next matchup took place in Detroit, where we had the Sabres playing against the Red Wings.
Sabres and Red Wings.
Woo! Here, you can do this part. Next time.
Oh, you said Dallas.
Oops. Wrong one.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Hopefully the thumbnail isn't Columbus or Dallas. All right, so in the first period, just 53 seconds into that frame, Raymond would open up the scoring, getting his 26th goal of the season, making it 1-0 in favor of Detroit. Patrick Kane would increase the lead to 2-0, 4 minutes and 24 seconds in that frame. For Kane, that would be his 19th goal of the season, assisted by Petrie. Dale Larkin would increase the lead to 3-0, 7 minutes and 37 seconds into that same period. For Larkin, that would be his 31st goal of the year, assisted by Raymond and Perron. And that would be a power play goal as well. Tage Thompson would finally get the Sabres on the board with a power play goal of his own, 6 minutes and 44 seconds to go on the clock. For Thompson, that'll be his 29th goal of the year from Benson and Alex Tuch. And it's hard to believe after one period of play, we had 4 goals and nothing for the rest of the game. So 3-1 would be the final score in favor of the Red Wings. So with the victory, they're now 38, 31, and 8. They have 84 points on the season, and they're back into a wild card position as we speak. And after the loss, the Sabres are 37, 36, and 5. They have 79 points on the season. They have 4 games to go, and they're 5 points behind Detroit for that last wild card spot. So it's not looking too good, but they're not mathematically eliminated just yet. Okay. The next matchup took place between Chicago and Minnesota. Okay, I guess I'll do everything.
Oh, there you go.
There I go.
There you go.
I must know a thing or two about what I'm doing.
You do.
Okay, cool. So there's no scoring in the first. In the second, Kaprizov would get his 40th goal of the year, assisted by Boldy and Eriksson Ek. A power play goal, just 1 minute and 6 seconds in that second frame. Rossi would increase the lead to 2-0 with 7.5 minutes to go. For Rossi, that'd be his 21st goal of the year from Zuccarello and Kaprizov, giving the Wild a 2-0 lead. Gaudreau would increase the lead to 3-0 with 1 minute and 33 seconds to go on the clock. For Gaudreau, that'll be his 5th goal of the year, assisted by Bogosian and Kindunansons. Wow, I can't pronounce that name.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, exactly. In the third period, Kaprizov will get his 2nd goal of the game, his 41st of the season, assisted by Faber, 8 minutes and 10 seconds into that third period. So 4-0 would be the final score in favor of the Wild. So with the win, Minnesota is sitting at 37, 31, and 9. They have 83 points on the season. They have 5 games remaining, and they're trailing the second place wildcard spot by 9 points. So that they'd have to win out the remaining schedule and hope that St. Louis and Vegas didn't win a single game the rest of the season. So it's looking very bleak at this point for the Minnesota Wild. As for the Chicago Blackhawks, 23, 49, and 5. They have 51 points on the season with 5 games to go. Okay, the Blue Jackets and the Hurricanes.
Okay.
There we go. That was fast.
The 2 C teams.
Yep.
Out of their name.
Yep, 2 C teams. So in the first, Svechnikov will get his 18th goal of the season, just 17 seconds in that first period. Assist by Martinuk and Shea. Sebastian Aho would get a power play goal with 9 minutes and 15 seconds to go on the clock. For Aho, that'd be his 35th goal of the year from Gensel and Teravainen. There's no scoring in the second. We have to go all the way ahead to the third period, where Teravainen would increase the lead to 3-0. For Teravainen, that would be his 22nd goal of the season from Slavin, and that goal happened with 6 minutes and 7 seconds to go on the clock. So 3-0 would be the final score in favor of the Hurricanes. Okay, so with the victory, Carolina is now sitting at 49, 22, and 7. They have 105 points with 4 games remaining. They're trailing the Rangers by 5 points for first place in that division. It's not looking like they're going to be able to catch them, but they should at least have home ice advantage in the first round of the playoffs. As for the Blue Jackets, 26, 40, and 12. They have 64 points on the season with 4 games remaining. Arizona and San Jose. That's a not missed game, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Arizona and San Jose. Because both these teams are making the playoffs, right?
No, they're not.
Oh, they're not. Oh,
No.
that's a big surprise. All right. So in the first, Krause would give the Coyotes a 1-0 lead. His 22nd goal of the season, assisted by Bocelli and Logan Cooley. A power play goal, 3 minutes and 17 seconds into the opening frame. Thurn would tie the game up just over a minute after that, 4 minutes and 28 seconds to be exact. For Thurn, that's his 3rd goal of the year from Granlund and Zetterlund. A power play goal as well. O'Brien would give, Liam O'Brien, I believe his name is, would give the Yotes a 2-1 lead with 8 minutes and 53 seconds to go on the clock. For O'Brien, that'd be his 4th goal of the year, giving the Coyotes a 2-1 lead heading into the second period. In the second, just a lone goal to report, Kunin would tie the game up at 2, getting his 10th of the year from Thurn and Graf. And that goal happened with 9 minutes and 20 seconds to go on the clock, or 8 minutes and 20 seconds to go on the clock. So after 40 minutes of play, we're all tied up at 2. Genther would give the Arizona Coyotes a 3-2 lead, 4 minutes and 56 seconds in that third period. For Genther, that'd be his 14th goal of the year from Kerfoot and Krause. Clayton Keller would increase the lead to 4-2 with 5 minutes and 47 seconds to go. For Keller, that'd be his 33rd goal of the year from Schmaltz and Valimaki. And then Schmaltz would get an empty net goal with 3 minutes and 6 seconds to go on the clock. For Schmaltz, that'd be his 22nd goal of the year from Keller and Dursey. So 5-2 would be the final score in favor of the Coyotes. So with the win, Arizona is now sitting at 33, 39, and 5. They have 71 points on the season with 5 games remaining. And after the loss, the San Jose Sharks are 18, 51, and 8. They have 44 points on the year with 5 games to go. Will they get to 20 wins? Only time will tell. Shouldn't say when will they get. Can they get to 20 wins? Alrighty, the next matchup took place in Washington, where we had the Capitals. They were playing against the Senators. I got a light shining in now. That's nice.
Yay.
Woo. Alrighty, so in the first period, Max Pacioretty would get his 4th of the season, assisted by Lapierre, 4 minutes and 43 seconds into the opening period, giving the Capitals a 1-0 lead.
Whoa.
Holy. Kastelik would tie the game up in the second period, getting his 5th of the year, assisted by Chichurkin and Kelly, 5 minutes and 40 seconds into the second period. Protas would get his 6th goal of the season, giving the Capitals a 2-1 lead late in that second frame. For Protas, that'd be his 6th of the year, assisted by Van Riemsdyk and Forevery. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go on the clock. In the third period, Riley Gregg would tie the game up at 2 with 7 minutes and 11 seconds to go on the clock. For Gregg, that'd be his 13th goal of the year, assisted by Pinto and Brandstrom. This game would need overtime. To settle this matchup, Sanderson would get the game-winning goal, his 10th of the year, from Greg and Brady Tkachuk, just 41 seconds into the overtime period. So 3-2 would be the final score. After the victory, the Senators are now 34, 39, and 4. They have 72 points on the season with 5 games remaining. They have been eliminated from the postseason as they're 12 points out of a playoff spot. As for the Washington Capitals, after the overtime loss, they're 36, 30, and 11. They have 83 points on the season. They're just 1 point back of Detroit for that last wild card spot. So don't give up on the Capitals just yet. All right. A game that you really want to talk about, right?
Nothing.
No? Okay.
Nothing.
As we had the Nashville Predators taking on the New Jersey Devils, one of the 4 teams you love to cheer for. How about this? You talk about the good news, and I'll talk about the bad news. So, in the first period, go ahead.
I got it here.
Okay, you go ahead and say it.
In the first period, Jack Hughes would get his 27th goal for Luke Hughes and Jesper Bratt. Just 1 minute and 49 seconds on the clock.
Ryan Yossi would tie the game up 8 minutes and 39 seconds into that frame. For Yossi, that'd be his 21st goal of the year from Forsberg and Ryan O'Reilly. So we were all tied up at 1 heading into the third period because there was no scoring in the second.
Chris Tierney would get his 4th goal from Nosek. Just 2 minutes and 11 seconds on the clock.
And then Evangelista would get a power play goal with 7 minutes and 15 seconds to go on the clock. For Evangelista, that would be his 16th goal of the year from O'Reilly and Forsberg. This game would not be settled in regulation or overtime, so we would need a shootout to decide a winner in this game, and Ryan O'Reilly would get the victory for the Nashville Predators. So 3-2 would be the final score in favor of them. So with the win, Nashville, I believe they're still in a wild card position.
Yeah, 1 second.
Waiting. All right, so Nashville's now 45, 29, and 4. They have 94 points on the season. And for the New Jersey Devils, 37, 36, and 5. They have 79 points on the season. They have 4 games remaining, and they're 5 points out of the playoff spot. So it's not looking too favorable for them to make a run this year at the postseason. Alrighty, the next one took place in Anaheim, where we had the Ducks playing against the St. Thank you. All right, let's see how this one went. So in the first, Bolduc would get his 3rd goal of the year from Thomas and Parayko, just 11 seconds into the game. Imagine just 11 seconds into the game and someone scores. Crazy. Nestorenko would get his 1st goal of the season for the Ducks, 2 minutes and 37 seconds into that frame, assisted by Lindstrom and Lundestrom. So 2 Stroms. There we go. Kessel would get his 1st goal for the St. Louis Blues, giving them a 2-1 lead with 7 minutes and 24 seconds to go on the clock, assisted by Thomas and Shen. So after 20 minutes of play, the Blues had a 2-1 lead. In the second period, Frank Vatrano will get his 31st goal of the year from Alex Killorn and Trevor Zegras, 3 minutes and 41 seconds into that frame. Rob Thomas would give the Blues a 3-2 lead, getting his 24th of the year, assisted by Krug and Kyrou. Bushnevich would increase the lead to 4-2 with 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go on the clock. For Bushnevich, that'd be his 27th goal of the year, assisted by Kyrou and Paranovich. In the third period, Leo Carlson would cut the deficit to 4-3. For Carlson, that'd be his 11th goal of the year from Lundstrom and Terry, a power play goal, 1 minute and 1 second into the third frame. Braden Shen would increase the lead to 5-3, getting a power play goal of his own, 2 minutes and 40 seconds into the third. For Shen, that'd be his 19th goal of the season, assisted by Kyrou and Thomas. Frank Vatrano would get his 2nd goal of the game, his 32nd of the season from Zegras and Ryan Strome. That goal happened 8 minutes and 4 seconds of the third period. And then Leo Carlson would tie the game up with 3 minutes and 51 seconds to go on the clock. For Carlson, that'd be his 12th goal of the year from Killorn and Fowler. Just like the last game, we would need overtime to settle this one, but not even in overtime this could be settled. So we have to go to a shootout yet again, where Jordan Kyrou would get the game-winning goal for the St. Louis Blues, giving them a 6-5 win. So with the win, St. Louis is now sitting at 41, 32, and 5. They have 87 points on the season. They only have 4 games remaining, and they trail Vegas by 5 points. So every game is crucial from here on out. As the Anaheim Ducks, they're 25, 48, and 5. They have 55 points on the season with 4 games to go. All right, the last game from Sunday took place in
Colorado.
Colorado, but they took on
the Dallas Stars.
There you go. All right. Let's see how this one went. So Sean Walker would open up the scoring for the Avalanche, getting his 10th goal of the year, assisted by Duhaime and Ross Colton, just 2 minutes into the first period. Matt Duchene would tie the game up with 2 minutes and 49 seconds to go on the clock. For Duchene, that'd be his 25th goal of the year, assisted by Tanev. Jamie Benn would give the Stars a 2-1 lead, getting his 21st goal of the season from Lindell and Wyatt Johnston. Just 43 seconds to go on the clock. So after 20 minutes of play, the Stars had a 2-1 lead. In the second period, Lehkonen would tie the game up with a power play goal. For Lehkonen, that would be his 15th goal of the year from McKinnon and Makar. 4 minutes and 38 seconds in the second period. Roop Hintz would give the Stars a 3-2 lead, getting his 30th goal of the year from Pavelski and Harley, a power play goal with 8 minutes and 35 seconds to go on the clock. A power play goal. Speaking of power play goals, they'd get 2 more after that. Tyler Seguin would get one, getting his 24th of the year from Duchene and Harley, with 7 minutes and 15 seconds to go on the clock. And then with 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go, Marchment would get a power play goal of his own. That'd be his 21st of the year from Harley and Wyatt Johnston. Duhaime would cut the deficit to 5-3, with just 45 seconds to go on the clock. For Duhaime, that'd be his 5th goal of the year from McKinnon and Middlestat. So heading into the third period, the Stars had a 5-3 lead. Why don't you read the last 3 scores?
Drouin will get his 19th goal from Taves.
With 9 minutes and 45 seconds to go on the clock. Johnston
will get his 31st goal from Coven and Ben.
And that goal happened with 4 minutes and 48 seconds to go on the clock, giving the Stars a 6-4 lead.
Sagan will get his 25th goal from Ben.
With just 9 seconds to go on the clock. An empty net goal as well. So 7-4 would be the final score in favor of the Avalanche. So with the victories, the Stars are 49-20-9. They have 107 points on the season with 4 games remaining, still sitting first in that Central Division. After the loss, the Avalanche are 48-24-6. They have 102 points. They are second place in that same division with 4 games remaining. So I don't know if they're going to be able to catch Dallas, especially after losing to them, but I still feel that they should have at least home ice advantage in the first round of the playoffs. Alrighty, that takes care of my recap, our recap, I should say, from Sunday's action of the NHL. As always, if you're new to this channel and like this type of content, please feel free to hit the sub button. I'd be very grateful and very appreciative. Any thoughts?
No.
No?
No.
You're good?
Yep.
No, nothing to say?
Nope.
Not even another shout out?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's it called again?
I just have to JUSTHOCKEYY.
There you go. Check that channel out. It's interesting and fun. As always,
Take care.